Dobro veče. Dobrodošli u 49. izdanje TV specijala Dođite na stadion. Pripremili smo za vas analizu i primer jednog fudbalskog stadiona koji je mnogo više od toga, mnogo više od sportskog objekta koji je oruđe razvoja kraja u kome se gradi i popravljanje kvaliteta života koji tamo žive. Pripremili smo za vas analizu jednog sportskog objekta koji je ostao bez sporta, ali nije ostao bez profitabilnih prihoda. Pripremili smo za vas kratku najavu naše konferencije koju pripremamo od 31. maja pod nazivom Privatizacija investicije u sportsku infrastrukturu. Dobrodošli u danas Conference Centar. Jedno od najsiromašnijih predgrađa Filadelfije, Chester, godinama je bilo leglo kriminala, a sada od pre koju godinu postalo je mesto na kome je izgrađen velelepni stadion fudbalskog kluba Philadelphia Union vredan $120 miliona. Velika podrška države razvoju tog dela grada počela je gradnjom stadiona. Taj stadion neće biti usamljen, već se pripremaju shopping centri, hoteli, komercijalni sadržaji koji bi trebali da zaposle doslovno 1000 ljudi u tom najsiromašnijem delu Filadelfije. Intervju na ovu temu pripremili smo sa Nikom Sakievićem, predsjednikom fudbalskog kluba Philadelphia Union. Posljednji intervju koji radimo u našoj posjeti Sjedinjenim Američkim Državama jeste jedan primjer koji zaista, kada se sagleda u svim njegovim detaljima, ostavlja bez reči. Jedan od najsiromašnijih i najproblematičnijih kvartova Filadelfije potpuno je transformisan gradnjom jednog stadiona koji zaista izgleda na prvi pogled potpuno izolovano, izgleda potpuno neuklopivo u jedno siromašno okruženje, ali koji sasvim sigurno pokazuje koliko je gradnja stadiona ne samo sportsko, nego i društveno i ekonomsko pitanje. Naš završni sagovornik sa kojim ćemo sada razgovarati na temu ovog stadiona fudbalskog kluba Philadelphia Union u Filadelfiji je gospodin Nik Sakiević, predsjednik fudbalskog kluba Philadelphia Union. Mr. Sakiević, thank you for having us here.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
Mr. Sakiević, we see this great facility, and one of the first impressions is that this is like a spaceship on the surface of the moon. We see these poor neighborhoods, we see these decades-old poor houses, and see this brilliant stadium. How you get to the point to build such a great facility in such a poor neighborhood?
Well, we needed to create the story that this stadium would help revive the poor neighborhood. And so that story was told to many people, the political leadership, the corporate leadership, and the people that live in this city, that this building will help them economically. And by creating that story, we got a lot of buy-in by all of those constituencies that helped us build the stadium, to get the funding, to get the money that allowed us to build this stadium. And this stadium really is the spark that will ignite economic development and revitalize this town, which is a very poor town. Well, it was all about the creation of jobs. 2 years ago, there was no one working here, and the state, the county, the state of Pennsylvania, the county of Delaware, and the city of Chester decided that it was a good investment to help us build this stadium to create those jobs. And today, there's over 600 people that work here in this stadium on a game day. There's 100 full-time jobs that have been created as a result of us bringing the football team here, and the players and the staff that manages the football club, where it didn't exist before. So what we created was a good win-win situation between our company that owns the team and builds this stadium and develops this land, and the state and the county. And they agreed, and today it's a very vibrant project. Well, that's no question that besides the economic benefit, there's also a sense of pride in the building. The people that live here have been poor for a long time and without jobs and depressed. And what this building has brought to the community is a sense of pride and is helping them begin to rebuild their culture. And this is an important ingredient and why the state and the county decided this was a good investment, because psychologically it's good for the people of this town. Yes, that was another piece of the reason why the state and the county gave us public money to this, because we promised to also build a hotel, residential units where people can live here, more office space, stores, shops, restaurants, that creates more economic vibrancy. But you can't do that unless you have a reason to do that. And there's many people that come to the stadium that will see a reason to invest in coming here, maybe living here, maybe working here, shopping here. And it's over time, but that's another important reason. We have about 100 acres that we will build on over the next 7 to 10 years, more programming in addition to this stadium. Yeah, that's an important part, to have the roadway infrastructure so that people can get here and access the waterfront. As you can see behind us is a beautiful river and a bridge and waterfront. Its potential can only be unlocked if it's easy to get here for people. So there were 2 off-ramps that are being built by the state and the federal government to help people from Philadelphia to access the waterfront, and that was also an important component. Well, there's a saying we have, and that's less is more. And so we wanted to create and design a stadium that was a small capacity. So we started with 18,000 seats with the mentality that we would fill it up and sell it out. So the value of the seat is more valuable. And then as we grow and as the building is sold out, we can add areas. So this building was designed 18,000 seats, but in 4 areas we can increase the capacity to 30,000 seats over time as we sell the building out. And that just made more economic sense. It reduces the cost of construction initially, and then as you're successful and profitable, you can add pieces to it and grow, instead of building all at once. And then, it's very expensive this way. And then maybe you don't sell all the seats, and then the seat becomes cheaper in value. So it's a better structure. It's a better business model for us. And it works because we can grow over the next 10 years into a 30,000 seat stadium. We do about 18 soccer events here. And then we'll do about 12 events, international rugby we're doing this year, music concerts, we'll do a few of those, collegiate lacrosse events, and then there's some, next year we have a dog show that's coming here, which is quite popular. We'll do some other events. So all total, we'll do about 30 events, 18 soccer, football, and 12 non-soccer.
Mr. Sakiević, thank you for this interview.
Thank you, and good luck to your country. I hope you build some of these there.
I hope so. Bez obzira što se ovaj TV specijal zove Dođite na stadion, želeli smo da predstavimo jedan objekat koji nije stadion, ali je svakako vredan pažnje. Šta znači multifunkcionalnost? Možda se najbolje može vidjeti na primjeru Izod centra u New Jerseyu. Ako bi se zapitali šta bi bilo sa stadionom Zvezde i Partizana, šta bi bilo sa halom Pionir u slučaju da fudbalski klubovi ili košarkaški klubovi koji tamo igraju odluče da tamo više ne igraju svoje utakmice? Da li bi ti objekti postojali? Da li bi imali bilo kakve prihode? Mi odgovor na to naravno znamo. Ono što Izod centar dokazuje jeste sasvim suprotno. Iz Izod centra izašao je košarkaški klub New Jersey Nets. Iz tog istog objekta izašli su i hokejaši New Jersey Devilsa. Međutim, taj objekat nastavio je da živi kroz organizaciju drugih zabavnih sadržaja. I dan danas je profitabilan. Star je preko 30 godina. I najbolje ilustruje šta znači multifunkcionalnost. Da taj jedan objekat koji je inicijalno bio predviđen da služi hokeju i košarci, na kraju ostane i bez hokeja, i bez košarke, a i dalje pravi prihod. prihod od događaja poput cirkuskih predstava, koncerata, američkog rvanja, drugih vrsta zabavnih programa koji se iz nedelje u nedelju tamo organizuju. Još jedna zabluda razvejana je ovim objektom. Često se kaže da Partizan i Zvezda ne mogu da imaju dva stadiona na 500 metara jedan od drugog. Pored Izod centra na 300 metara nalaze se dva stadiona od po 50.000 sedećih mesta. Jedan za bejzbol i jedan za američki fudbal. Logika je jasna. Parking se naplaćuje, prihodi se dele, ista stanica metroa dovodi do 3 objekta odjednom i naravno da su sva 3 objekta ekonomski održiva. Intervju na ovu temu pripremili smo sa gospodinom Denisom Robinsonom, predsjednikom uprave sportsko-izložbenog kompleksa New Jersey. Sljedeća stanica na našoj posjeti Sjedinjenim Američkim Državama jeste velelepni Izod centar. Predsjednik New Jersey sportske i infrastrukturne komisije je naš sagovornik koji može da nam objasni model i za funkcionisanje jedne multifunkcionalne sportske hale, čovjek koji godinama upravlja jednim objektom koji je po konceptu sličan onome što Beogradska arena predstavlja, ali svakako jedan korak napred i to ne od juče, nego dugi niz godina. Mr. Robinson, thank you for having us here. Thank you for your hospitality.
It's a pleasure to have you. We're excited you came to visit us.
Okay. This venue is something that could live and could finance itself during 365 days a year. How you manage to do this and what type of events you can organize in Izod Center?
Well, historically, we've had everything from professional hockey to professional basketball, college basketball, family shows, concerts, graduations, and other types of events, trade shows. So it's a very mixed-use facility, and really that's the way you have to do it. You have to be creative and attract as many different types of events as you can. I mean, I think the family shows are, Disney on Ice shows, the circus, wrestling, tractor pulls, you name it, we do it. So I don't know that there's any main type of event that we do here, but primarily family shows and concerts now. I think historically it's been a great sports building. We've hosted, I think, 13 NCAA basketball regionals, or including the Final Four. Today it's a little bit more limited because it was built back in the early 80s, although we've invested a lot of money to upgrade the facility over time. But we have, I think, 28 suites that we're sitting in, example of that today. And that's a great way to generate additional revenue. Naming rights, the Izod Center. Izod is a brand name clothing type, and it's got international reach as well. So, as well as sponsorship sales and so forth, and concessions, and parking revenue is a large part of how we generate revenue here. It's hugely important. Really, sports is a great platform for any sort of lifestyle brand. Sports and entertainment, the demographic matches well, particularly with the Izod brand. So I think naming rights are a critical aspect of being able to operate your facility profitably on a long-term basis. Historically, the public sector has, whether it's a municipality, a city, it could be a county in our country, or a state, has made substantial investments in these types of facilities. They generate a lot of jobs. They generate a lot of tax revenue, income tax revenue, as well as sales tax revenue. So historically, our model of major infrastructure, sports infrastructure, has really been based on the public-private partnership.
Utorak, 31. maja, danas Conference centar organizuje svoju jubilarnu 50. konferenciju pod nazivom Privatizacija investicije u sportsku infrastrukturu. Ova konferencija održava se pod generalnim pokroviteljstvom ambasade Velike Britanije u Srbiji, a panelisti bi, pored najviših predstavnika ambasade, trebali da budu i predstavnici kompanija koji grade najveće sportske objekte za olimpijske igre u Londonu 2012. godine, kao i predstavnik organizacionog komiteta olimpijskih igara u Londonu 2012. godine. Polako, ali sigurno, kompletiramo program i te naše konferencije, koja će po mnogo čemu biti važan element pripreme Srbije kao države za neminovni proces gradnje novih sportskih objekata. Pratite nas iz nedelje u nedelju, pratite nas petkom u 21 čas samo na SOS kanalu. Hvala vam na pažnji i prijatno.